It's time to introduce the starting five for your Los Angeles Lakers. Manning in the middle, 7 feet, number 11, Jackson Hayes. Starting at power forward, 6'8".
It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jrue Holiday.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
And let's take a look at Boston's starting lineup. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at point guard. And for the Lakers, at the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Luka Doncic is out there with Austin Reeves. And it's Hayes in at the 5. Doris, you talk about a guy who forces you to play at his pace. That's Luka Doncic.
Oh, my goodness, B.A., there's no question. He's got tremendous patience. He's in complete command of the tempo of the game. But maybe my favorite aspect is how he manipulates the game to get defenders off balance.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Doncic hits them both.
Ask any of the elite defenders in the NBA, and they'll tell you Doncic is one of the toughest to guard. He's got size. He's got skill. He can get downhill. He mixes his pace. So much to contend with when you're dealing with Luka Doncic.
Now here's Doncic. Really played well against New Orleans in his last game. Reeves, the pass to Doncic. 6 to shoot. The fadeaway. Holiday grabs the miss. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Brown, no good. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. We discussed Jaylen Brown and what makes him such a hard player to defend, and Coach said to me, Jaylen is a freak athlete and has become a really good shooter over time, too. We can't give him clean looks, and we have to guard him closely. Let's see if the defense is up to the task.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Reeves. The Celtics making their last shot. James outside. The Lakers with another miss. The Celtics have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Tatum looking it over. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
That free throw, no good. Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
And he sinks the second. And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, B.A., if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
0 for 4 to start this game. Some of it's execution, and some of it's just bad luck.
Let's go with a 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Lakers trail by 4. Outside Reeves. Inside. Hayes.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Celtics. Their last game, a win against the Suns, looking to carry it into this one.
And that one, the other team could not keep up with them offensively. They were prolific.
Well, let's give some credit to the coaching staff as well, recognizing the weaknesses in that defense and going after each one of them.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Some changes for Los Angeles. Finney Smith checked in for Hachimura, and Connect subbed in for Reeves. The Celtics also with a sub. Horford's checked in. Lakers trail by 4. Pass to Connect, and here's Finney Smith. And there's James from the arc. Sinks the tray.
You see, there's a hesitation to close out too hard on LeBron. They don't want to see him get downhill, but that three-point shot is on point.
Now here's Holiday. No made baskets yet. Brown with a screen. Now Porzingis. He's defended by Hayes. White for 3. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Outside Finney Smith. And here's Connect outside. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. The Celtics have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. White looking it over. That three's off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start, and it's Connect missing.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
The offensive rebound. James with the block.
That size and length and strength, LeBron, a tough one to try to shoot over.
Doncic on the wing. Back to James. And here's Connect outside. Knocks down the long J.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Los Angeles leading by just 2. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. Guys, what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
The aggressiveness on defense has been infectious. Everyone's come to the party. I love it.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
The Lakers in the lead. On the court for the Celtics. Second quarter underway. We've got Jason Tatum, Al Horford out there with Torrey Craig. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Hauser in at the 3. Vincent passes to Reeves. Back to Vincent. Lets it go from deep. And Craig pulls it down.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Reeves, the pass to Vincent. On the take. Here's Connect. Pass to Finney-Smith. Outside Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt with a screen. And here's Reeves outside. And again, the Lakers, no good. And for Boston, they're shooting a low 31%. Their offense is lacking. Hauser passes to Horford. Horford draws the double. Here's Pritchard. The three-pointer off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Doris, in a league that glorifies offense, you have to appreciate what Finney-Smith brings to the defensive end.
The BA, one of those guys who brings versatility and perhaps more importantly, dependability. Put him on the ball, off ball, guards, even bigs. You talk about a true do-it-all defender, that's Dorian Finney-Smith.
Now here's Vincent. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Connect. For three. Finney-Smith's shot is off. For Boston, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Outside Tatum. Horford with it. Pass to Hauser. Boston, no good that time either.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Vincent outside. Now Finney-Smith. Now Vincent. Outside Finney-Smith. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. Here's Reeves. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Pritchard gets it to go. Pritchard's got his first points of the game.
I love his tenacity. Extra possessions, second chance points. That's winning basketball.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your moves. Bring those moves. Keep on dancing. Who left me here?
Boston ends up going with a new group. Well, Doris, for a while, the amount of three-pointers seemed to grow exponentially. I think it's plateaued now.
You know, B.A., I'm not sure I agree that it's plateaued. What we do know unequivocally is these organizations have defined how to be the most efficient basketball team. And each and every year, we're setting records in that category. They're just getting smart about the kinds of shots you want and when. We're seeing more shots at the rim, and we're still heavily emphasizing the three-point line.
And so it's Boston with it, following the score by Los Angeles. Holiday finds White. Baseline jumper. Rebound by the Lakers. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
That was a tremendous all-around game. Their intensity was there, and their production was right there along with it, too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
They now take the lead, and the Lakers lead by 2.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
Here's Brown. It's rebounded by Goodwin.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
James passes to Doncic. Here's Goodwin. This one for 3. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Brown. Another shot. Oh, through contact. White gets the finish.
Well, just it's easy to say. This guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The Celtics, 14.
Hey folks, welcome. The Lakers wrap up the first half in what's been a closely contested game so far.
Inefficiency on the offensive end. How about pounding it more inside, like I always say? Also, if you don't have a look, don't take a crazy shot. Make an extra pass.
Shaq, it's a great recipe, man. More physical, more unselfish.
That's right, recipe. Put a little ice cream on top of that hot fudge and you get a championship like me.
And now, as the season winds down, a look at the Western Conference picture.
Checking out Los Angeles. They're in good position. Definitely among the top teams in the conference.
And just as important as the seeding is how you're playing down the stretch. They're trying to dial it in. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum. Man, is he getting it done today?
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Rui Hachimura is out there with Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the point. That's the Laker 5.
Oh, stop it. That one just too easy for LeBron James. So high above the rim.
Los Angeles ball.
And a chance here to check out some stats for Austin Reeves.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Here's James. Doncic left side. Great D that time from Porzingis.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
How easy does that pull-up jumper look by Jaylen Brown? So tough.
And he's made a case for first-team all-defense. Doris, Jaylen Brown, the complete game.
Brian, what you love to see from a great player that's just entering their prime is the pride they take in being well-rounded. Do you want to absorb a big-time defensive assignment? Jaylen Brown wants to do exactly.
Connects again from distance.
And that last 3 now ties him for the franchise record for most in a season. You know he's looking for that next one.
You talk about being locked in all year long. Next one sets the franchise record. What a season it's been for him. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
T-shirt time. It's T-shirt time. Let's see who wants one. Let's go crazy. Who wants a T-shirt? I can't hear you. It's time for T-shirts.
With a brief pause, here are the most difficult teams to score against over the last 10 games. Fourth, the Celtics.
Well, I just love the tenacity on the defensive end. They have been in lockdown mode.
Here's Doncic. Consistent production from him, averaging around 27.5 points a game. Launches a three. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
The shot by Holiday, no good. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. They trail by 1. Reeves against White. Pass to James. From deep, here's Doncic. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Outside Tatum. Over Hachimura. And it's Tatum missing. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, it's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Holiday passes to Tatum. Down low. Here's Brown. Oh, great D that time from Doncic. The Lakers have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Pass to James. Now here's Doncic. And he lobs it up to the rim. And finished off by Hayes.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Tatum. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Here's James. From deep, here's Doncic. The shot's good on the assist by James. Now it's a 6-point Laker lead. The Celtics have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Back to Brown. White with a screen on James. On the wing, Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The wide open shot is on the money.
Drew Holiday, such a high IQ player, meaning he has such a strong sense for when to get into his jump shot.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
On the court, your height one. It's now time for a T-shirt giveaway. Let's hear you get loud.
Changes for Los Angeles. Finney Smith checked in for Hayes. Vanderbilt comes in for Hachimura. And Goodwin is subbed in for James. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Cornette checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Horford comes in for Jason Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Holiday. Doncic, no good.
Well, this is the night you look at your teammates and tap them on the back and say, good job, because for him, he's been struggling all night.
Here's Pritchard, guarded by Doncic. Pritchard, no good. 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it.
Rebounded by the Celtics. Pritchard's got 4 rebounds in the game. And is blocked. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And Los Angeles making a change here. Vincent's checked in.
Number 7, Gabe Vincent.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the third.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
And here's Reeves. His scoring ability is impressive, averaging 20 a game. The shot comes out. The third quarter comes to a close. The Lakers on top, up by 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. The moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
Let's hear it, fans.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Taking a look at the Celtics. They've got Torrey Craig. He's out there with Jason Tatum. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Luke Cornett. And it's Hauser in at the 2. Hachimura with a screen on Tatum. The 3, James. And Craig pulls it down. Celtics trail by 4. Pass to Tatum. From behind the arc. Hachimura with a rebound. The Lakers shooting a low 30% from the floor. Physical play by LeBron inside.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Takes a step back. Here's Pritchard. He's off on the layup. Los Angeles leading by 6. Pass to Hachimura. Now Finney-Smith. James double team. Hachimura outside. Just 5 on the clock. Nice shot by Finney-Smith.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Tatum against James. They get it back. Outside Craig. Fires the 3. Knocks it down from distance. Craig's got his first 3 points of the game.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
James against Tatum. Vincent outside. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence. And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Some changes for Los Angeles. Hayes is checked in for Finney-Smith. Reeves comes in for Goodwin. And Doncic has subbed in for Vincent. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Porzingis is checked in for Cornett. Brown comes in for Craig. Derek White's checked in for Hauser. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Pritchard. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. He cautioned his guys against forcing things at the arc, saying we can't make a rhythm happen, so don't force it. Take what is coming to you out there. Coach hoping for renewed offensive focus going forward, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie.
2 shots.
He's off on the first.
What you love about Luka Doncic is he's this unique combination of size and skill. He could really play cross-positionally. He makes shots at all 3 levels, so dangerous.
That one misses. Celtics trail by 3. The kick to Tatum. No good. That would have tied it. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Reeves, the pass to Hachimura. James against Tatum. Out to Hachimura. Back to James. And again, the Lakers, no good. The The Celtics have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. Here's Doncic. Ooh, good work defensively by Holiday. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. White finds Porzingis. Outside Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Hachimura. Tatum can't hit.
He's trying to force his way into a rhythm, but that's not helping the team.
James inside. Brown's there. Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Tatum. Too easy for Tatum, even with the contact.
The very definition of their go-to player. Mr. Tatum, ball in your hands, yes, sir.
Kicks it to Doncic. On target from range.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
Tatum passes to Holiday. Brown inside. Check by James. Rebounded by LeBron. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Jaylen Brown. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Outside Reeves. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. And now a 9-point Laker lead.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Timeout called. The Celtics. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
They're going to have to get up a quick shot and then foul immediately.
Give a big round of applause to your Laker Youth Dance Team. All right, fans, let's give a big round of applause to your Lakers Youth Dance Team.
Here's Tatum. Cash money from 16 feet away.
The assist goes to Jrue Holiday.
Now here's Reeves. Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
Doncic. Boston pulls it in.
And you know they're extremely disappointed right now. Like this one getting away from them.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
Here's Reeves. Los Angeles picking up the win. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
And B.A., they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
All right, guys, LeBron, a superstar matchup tonight. What goes through your mind when you're facing that kind of a challenge?
You know, for me, it's never about an individual challenge or an individual game. It's about the team. Now, you do take the challenge anytime you're going against anybody, but you also got to have your mind in the game, too, and not make it personal. So taking the challenge, making sure your mind is in the right frame, and just trying to make plays for your teammates to be successful.
Thanks, LeBron. Back to you.
Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And let's reveal our player of the game, LeBron James.